उदयाः अपि सम्यक् आङ्ग्लभाषां वदन्ति स्म। काशीहिन्द् विश्वविद्यालयस्य ते कुलपतयः आसन्। He was the vice chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, where I worked for 34 years. अतः तत्र किं भवति, शिक्षक दार्शनिक दिवसः, डे फॉर फिलोसॉफर्स, तर्हि तत्र शिक्षक दिवसः अद्य एव भवति। गुरुः कः? गुरुः यथा कश्चित् तत्र प्रातः अवदत्, गुः नाम अंधकारः, रूः नाम तेजः, यः तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, यः तमसः ज्योतिः गमयति सः गुरुः। अतएव यदि वयम् अंधकारे पतिताः, तस्य उद्धारः केवलं गुरुः कर्तुं पारयति, न कोऽपि कर्तुं पारयति। अतएव गुरुः अस्माकं पथप्रदर्शकः। तत्र एवं गुरुगीतायाम् उच्यते, गुरुगीतायाम् उच्यते अभ्यास ज्ञान वैराग्य वृद्ध्यर्थम, ज्ञान वैराग्य वृद्ध्यर्थम पिबेत गुरुपादोदकम, पिबेत गुरुपादोदकम ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम। तत्र यदि ज्ञानम कश्चित् कामयते, ज्ञानम कश्चित् वाञ्छति, तर्हि गुरुपादोदकम अवश्यं सः पिबेत। He should drink the water of the water from the feet of Guru. अतः ज्ञानम यदि इच्छति, ज्ञानम किमस्ति? ज्ञानम ज्ञानात् ऋते मुक्तिर्नास्ति। यदि मुक्तिं वाञ्छति, यदि परम पुरुषार्थं वाञ्छति, परम पुरुषार्थः मोक्षः। यदि कश्चित् परम पुरुषार्थं वाञ्छति, तर्हि ज्ञानं सः तेन अर्जयितव्यं। गुरुं विना ज्ञानं तावत् न सम्भवति। अतः ज्ञानस्य प्राप्त्यर्थं गुरुः सेवनीयः। पुनश्च वैराग्य सिद्ध्यर्थम् अपि भवन्तः जानन्ति, अत्र अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्यां तन्निरोधः इति उच्यते। तन्निरोधः अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्यां, वैराग्येन चित्तवृत्तेः निरोधः भवति। वैराग्येन चित्तवृत्तेः निरोधः भवति, तेन ब्रह्म साक्षात्कारः भवति। अतएव गुरुः परम पुरुषार्थस्य मोक्षस्य प्राप्त्यर्थं अवश्यं सहायकः भवति। अतः गुरुः अवश्यं सेवनीयः, गुरुः अवश्यं स्मरणीयः। अन्ते किंचित अस्माकं अत्र विश्वविद्यालये ये गुरवः सन्ति, गुरुजी इति our honorable chancellor is called गुरुजी। उनको गुरुजी क्यों कहें? गुरुजी केवल शब्द नहीं है। गुरुजी इज नॉट ए वर्ड अलोन। गुरुजी एक विचार है। गुरुजी एक विचार है, शब्द केवल नहीं है। विचार इसलिए है कि तेभ्यः अस्माभिः किंचित शिक्षितुम् अपि शक्यते। We can learn something from him. You know, he is the chancellor of this university, but he uses a small car. When I was the vice chancellor, I had one swift desire. My registrar told, sir, this does not look nice for you. We have to purchase one big car. For a vice chancellor, he is a chancellor, but he does not like that. मया किम दृष्टम अद्य प्रभाते। सर 1 मिनट मैं बता के समाप्त करता हूं। सुबह जैसे वो चेयर दोनों पड़ा है, बड़ा बड़ा, उसी तरह स्टेज पर 5-6 चेयर पड़े हुए थे। तो एक चेयर बड़ा था, बाकी सब छोटे छोटे थे. That chair was meant for our honorable chancellor. But afterwards, that chair was removed and a small chair was put in that place. Guruji, I thought Guruji must have told that big chair should be removed because all the people are in one chair. That is his simplicity. And again, Professor Subramaniam always tells he is a NASA scientist, but he understands Sanskrit well. Today I told in Sanskrit because Swamiji is there, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor told he is well versed in many languages, including Sanskrit. Guruji also understands Sanskrit. And हमारे माननीय मंत्री जी जो कि उत्तर प्रदेश से आए हुए हैं, जो हिंदी जानते हैं वो संस्कृत भी जानते हैं, और जोगी जी तो संस्कृत के लिए बहुत काम कर रहे हैं. वेद विज्ञान केंद्रम बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी मध्य में खोला गया, अतः ये भी संस्कृत समझते होंगे. बाकी सब तो हमारे लोग हैं. सुब्रमण्यम जी अंग्रेजी के हैं, लेकिन वो संस्कृत भी जानते हैं. अतः मया संस्कृत भाषया अत्र प्रतिपादितम. अंतिमे कार्तज्ञं प्रकटयामि सर्वेभ्यः गुरुभ्यः येभ्यः अस्माभिः अध्ययनं कृतं युवावस्थायां वा बाल्यावस्थायां वा स्थविरे वयसि वा अधिकं न वच्मि. अंतिमे सर्वान् गुरून् प्रणमामि. धन्यवादाः.
Thank you, Professor Pandaji. When we start a new venture with a lot of hard work, we wait for an auspicious moment. Today's event is a celebration of launching the new and big step of S-VYASA towards spreading Vedic and Indian astronomy knowledge. Our Honorable Chancellor, S-VYASA, Padma Shri Awardee Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji, who is the founder and the backbone of this university, has taken this university to global heights. I request him to elaborate upon the Varahamihira Advanced Center of Vedic Technology Research.
परम पूज्य जगद्गुरु श्री 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 जयेंद्रपुरी महास्वामिगल. Normally he doesn't move out of the ashram on particularly Vyasa Purnima Divasa, but he has come out first time from the ashram. For that, should we say we are grateful? Should we say we are thankful? Should we say we are highly delighted? Thank you so much. ಯತಿವರೇಣ್ಯರು ಈ ಕೈಲಾಸ ಆಶ್ರಮದ ಪರಂಪರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂದಂತಹ ಯತಿವರೇಣ್ಯರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಈ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಸ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತಹ ಈ ವರಾಹಮಿಹಿರ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೇದಿಕ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆಗೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆದರದ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮತ್ತು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Always our Karthikeyanji has been very, very favorable. He had to go to Delhi from Kailas Ashram, and he went all the way to Delhi and then came back. And that shows his respect, his love, and his commitment for his programs. We are so happy and grateful to you, my dear Karthikeyanji. And this, our Surya Prasad Shahiji, this is his third visit here. And with short notice, he was able to take off his time and come over here. For that, Should we say we are so grateful to you? बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगता है आप आ गए इधर यूपी में सीधा आ गए और इसके लिए ये हम धन्यवाद समर्पण करते हैं आपको भी. So we all know that we do pujas, havanas, yagnas, all these things we do because it's our tradition. It has been brought forth by Vyasa Maharshi through the Uttar-Mimamsa and the Purva-Mimamsa. Purva-Mimamsa, Karma-kanda and Upasana-kanda all come up there. But we don't have scientific evidence for that. This is what's happening to yoga almost 30, 40 years back. Therefore, we decided, based on the teachings of Swami Vivekananda, we had to combine the best of the West with the best of the East and started doing scientific research. And over 30 to 40 years, we have brought yoga to scientific evidence-based science, producing nearly 1,000 research papers in the highest of the journals, which are acceptable by the scientific community. A similar thing we want to do for our Purva-Mimamsa, for pujas, yagnas, havanas, and vratas, niyamas, all these things which have great relevance and benefit to mankind. With that in mind, our board of management decided in our university that we will take up this research and set up a new center. What is the name? We know Patanjali did the greatest contribution for yoga, Ayurveda, and grammar. Yogena chittasya, padena vacha, malam sharirasya. Similarly, there is another great Maharshi, Varahamihira, who did great contributions to astronomy, mathematics, and astrology. And therefore, we all decided that we should have Varahamihira as the name for this new center. And we called it Varahamihira Advanced Center for Vedic Technology Research. And that's the name we have given for this new venture that we have taken up by scientific research. If it took 30 to 40 years for us to establish the yoga by scientific evidence base, now we don't have to do such a long time because now we have the best of the research lab in the world headed by our Dr. Manjunath, and we have got nearly 250 people doing their doctoral program and thousands of people doing their master degree research. Therefore, we'll be able to do number of research in this direction and establish the benefits. And we know that the Purva-Mimamsa tracks the karmas within us, Sanchita karma and then the Prarabdha karma, which results in the form of hereditary. So hereditary diseases, NCDs, all our non-communicable diseases described by our Vice Chancellor today, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, all these things have hereditary. And hereditary is governed by Prarabdha karma. And if you can track and diagnose and measure Prarabdha karma, then we have a great opportunity to prevent diseases and to deal with the root cause of the disease itself. And that's what we are going to do. How to do that? So Varahamihira has given the astrology. That is, the medical astrology is part of the entire Phalat Jyotisha. So we are going to track that medical astrology, bring scientific evidence for that, and see how best we can benefit the people. What particular yagnas have to be done? When you do our Chandi Homa with such grandeur by Pujya Swamiji, how it is going to bring the benefit to people, scientifically it has to be established. It is with this thing that we have established this center, and we are setting up our big mandir, which has been named. And we took a brainstorm from all of our students. What is the name that we have to give from all the students? And they all came out that it should be Shruti Mandir. That is the name we have given. And we are going to soon develop that entire thing. And then we are going to put all our research equipment, whether it is a reg or biowell or echograph, and all other measures, how we can measure the Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Vijnanandamaya Kosha, everything will be put there, apart from our standard methods of measurement, what happens in the body, and give a comprehensive outlook of research, and see that we publish the papers in the best of the journals. And that is the concept that we have for Varahamihira Advanced Center for Vedic Technology Research. And so we are very, very delighted. We are so happy that this launch is being sponsored and brought forth by people like our Pujya Swamiji and all the experts in the field of Vedas, Yativaranyas, all these things. And on this day, we offer our services to the public and see that this center brings benefits to more and more people, to bring the dimensions of Vedic technology benefits to the integrative health that we already have here in our Arogyadham. And once again, praise and record our grateful thanks to Puja Swamiji for sparing his time in spite of his normal ways of doing that. He has broken his things and come over here on the Guru Purnima day, for which we have no words to express. Puja Swamiji, namaskar.
Now I request the dignitaries to release the booklet titled Varahamihira, Life, Date, Works and Contribution, edited by Dr. H.R. Nagendra, Professor M.K. Sridhar, and Dr. Ramchandra Bhatt, the director of the center. Thank you all. Today we have with us distinguished guest of honor Sri Surya Pratap Shahi ji, Honorable Cabinet Minister of Agriculture, Agriculture Education and Agriculture Research of Uttar Pradesh Government. I humbly request Surya Pratap Shahi ji to kindly address the audience.
स्वामी विवेकानंद योग अनुसंधान संस्थान के इस पवित्र परिसर में पवित्र गुरु पूर्णिमा के अवसर पर आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम के अवसर पर जबकि एक महामनीषी वाराहमिहिर जी के नाम पर एडवांस सेंटर ऑफ वैदिक टेक्नोलॉजी रिसर्च सेंटर का आज लोकार्पण भी हुआ है, इस अवसर पर आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम में मंचस्थ पूज्य श्री श्री जयंतपुरी जी महास्वामी जी महाराज कैलाश आश्रम बेंगलुरु, पूज्य प्रोफेसर पद्मश्री नागेंद्र जी, आज के इस कार्यक्रम में विशिष्ट अतिथि के रूप में पधारे कार्तिकेयन, डॉक्टर कार्तिकेयन जी, पूर्व निदेशक CBI भारत सरकार, श्री S.A. चंद्रम जी, M.K. श्रीधर जी, डॉक्टर V.R. रामकृष्ण जी और आदि गुरु भगवान विश्वेश्वर के धरती से पधारे हुए हमारे काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय के संस्कृति विभाग के प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर पंडा साहब, प्रोफेसर के सुब्रह्मण्यम जी, मेरे सामने बैठे हुए समस्त सन्यासी आचार्यगण, सम्मानित अतिथिगण, इस विश्वविद्यालय के सभी छात्र भाइयों और बहनों, उपस्थित सज्जनों और मीडिया के सज्जनों, मैं आज अपने को बहुत सौभाग्यशाली समझता हूं कि एक महान संत के उपस्थिति में और एक दूसरे संत समान प्रोफेसर HR नागेंद्र, जिन्होंने अपना संपूर्ण जीवन समाज सेवा के लिए समर्पित कर दिया है और भारत की संस्कृति, वैदिक काल से चलने वाले योग, गीता, यज्ञ और कला, इन सब के लिए जो हमारा ये विश्वविद्यालय इन्होंने स्थापित किया और समाज सेवा का व्रत लेकर के आजीवन ब्रह्मचर्य रहते हुए इस संस्थान को इतनी ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंचाया है, इन सबके श्री चरणों में मैं प्रणाम करता हूं। मैं आप सबका हृदय से आभारी हूं कि आपने मुझे यहां आने का अवसर दिया। मैं 2 बार यहाँ के विद्यार्थी के रूप में यहाँ पर आया हूँ योगाभ्यास करने के लिए। उस समय मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी उत्तर प्रदेश का अध्यक्ष था, लेकिन उसमें से समय निकालकर अनेक व्यस्तताओं के बावजूद भी मुझे जानकारी मिली कि यहाँ पर आदरणीय मदन दास जी हैं और मदन दास जी का जीवन भी एक समर्पित जीवन रहा है समाज सेवा के लिए। पूज्य शेषाद्री जी जो अब यहाँ पर नहीं हैं, मेरे पिताजी संघ के उस समय विभाग संघचालक और जिला संघचालक के रूप में कार्य कर रहे थे और आदरणीय शेषाद्री जी मेरे पिताजी के निवास स्थान पर रात्रि विश्राम किया था। मैं आप सबको अपनी ओर से प्रणाम करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं। मेरा यह परम सौभाग्य है कि गुरु पूर्णिमा के अवसर पर मैं इस संस्थान के भीतर हूं और 2 बार यहाँ विद्यार्थी रहने के नाते अपने उन सभी आचार्यों को और प्रोफेसर नागन को फिर से प्रणाम करता हूं। आज मैं एक छात्र के रूप में यहाँ मिलने के लिए आया। मुझे तो मालूम भी नहीं था कि नहीं यहाँ पर कोई कार्यक्रम इतना बड़ा होने वाला है, लेकिन आपने मुझे यहाँ मंच पर बैठा करके एक अपने छात्र को, एक शिष्य को जिस तरीके से सम्मानित किया है, यही गुरु परंपरा रही है। शिष्यों की पहचान गुरुओं से होती रही है। गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी ने बाल कांड के भीतर गुरु वंदना करते हुए, क्योंकि मैं उत्तर प्रदेश से आता हूं, उत्तर प्रदेश देश की महान सांस्कृतिक परंपराओं की धरती है, जहां मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान से लेकर के, भगवान श्री कृष्ण से लेकर के पवित्र माँ गंगा और यमुना जी की धाराएं जहां पर प्रवाहित होती हैं और जहां गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी जैसे, संत कबीर जैसे, महात्मा रैदास जैसे, जहां पर संत विश्वामित्र जी से लेकर के वाल्मीकि जी तक के जो संत और ऋषि हैं, वहां पर ऋषियों की धरती रही है। गोस्वामी जी ने गुरु वंदना करते हुए लिखा है, बंदो गुरुपद परंपरागा सुरचि सुवास सरस अनुरागा श्री गुरुपद नख मन गति ज्योति सुमिरत दिव्य दृष्टि ही होती। कि गुरु के चरणों का रज का कितना महत्व है कि एक नाखून से भी यदि उनके स्पर्श हो जाए तो हमें प्रकाश की ज्योति प्राप्त हो जाती है। यह गुरु की महिमा अपने परिपाटी के भीतर बनी हुई है। मुझे ये प्रसन्नता है कि आज इस अवसर पर मैं यहाँ पर उपस्थित हूँ। आचार्य हमारे मिहिर जी, वाराहमिहिर, गणित, ज्योतिष और नक्षत्रों, वेदशाला की उनको अपरंपार ज्ञान था और ग्रहों के गणित के साथ साथ उन्होंने ग्रहों के नक्षत्र का वर्णन करते हुए कि किस ग्रह का क्या प्रभाव होता है और उस प्रभाव को शांति करने के लिए क्या उपाय हैं, इतना गूढ़ अध्ययन किया है और उस पर आप यहाँ पर शोध संस्थान स्थापित कर रहे हैं। स्वाभाविक रूप से हमारी वर्तमान पीढ़ी और आने वाली पीढ़ी को अपने उन धरोहरों से उनको जानकारी हो सकेगी, उनका ज्ञान की वृद्धि होगी और वो अपने जीवन को आलोकित और प्रकाशित कर सकेंगे। साथ साथ में आज समाज जीवन के भीतर आने वाली जो ग्रह नक्षत्रों से जो कठिनाइयां हैं, उनका भी समाधान ये विश्वविद्यालय कर सकेगा। आपने योग के माध्यम से, मैं सिंगापुर कुछ वर्ष पूर्व गया था और यहाँ के विद्यार्थी जो है वो सिंगापुर में योग अभ्यास करा रहे थे। जब मैं आया था यहाँ पर तो उस समय यहाँ पर वो हमारे इंस्ट्रक्टर के रूप में थे और वहाँ पर भी जाकर के उन्होंने एक यहाँ का छात्र, एक बार मुंबई गया तो उन्होंने फ़ोन किया, उन्होंने भी मुझे जो है वो छात्र भी थे और हम लोगों को दीक्षा भी देते थे योग का। तो उन्हें किसी तरीके से मालूम हुआ कि शाही जी बम्बई आए हुए हैं। उन्होंने मुझे फ़ोन किया, शुभम, उस विद्यार्थी का नाम शुभम है और वाराणसी के पास का ही रहने वाला है। तो मैंने पूछा कहाँ है शुभम? तो उन्होंने कहा मैं रतन टाटा का योग इंस्ट्रक्टर हूँ और रतन टाटा जी जहाँ कहीं पर भी जाते हैं मुझे ले करके जाते हैं। मैं इसलिए कि आप जिस विश्वविद्यालय के छात्र हैं या छात्राएं हैं, आपके यहाँ से निकले हुए आपके इस गुरुकुल के जो गुरु भाई हैं, उनका कितना महिमा है आज दुनिया के भीतर और देश के भीतर, आप इससे समझ सकते हैं। और इस दिशा में हमारा देश तो खास तौर पर योग के दृष्टि से, यज्ञ की दृष्टि से, हमारे जो ऋषि मुनि रहे उनके यज्ञों का प्रभाव इतना रहा है कि देवता तक घबरा जाते रहे कि उनकी तपस्या से, उनके यज्ञ से, कि कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि इंद्र का सिंहासन चला जाए। तो ये क्षमता उसके भीतर रही है। उस क्षमता को पुनर्जीवित अपने देश के भीतर करके जो अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष मनाया जा रहा है आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी नरेंद्र मोदी जी की प्रेरणा से, स्वाभाविक रूप से ये सब हमारी ऐसी धरोहरें हैं। मैं जब इस संस्थान के भीतर आया था तो मुझे उस समय डॉक्टर अमित सिंह, वो भदोही के रहने वाले हैं, मैं तो आया था बिना परिचय के यहाँ पर और ये सोच करके आया कि 2 सप्ताह रहूँगा यहाँ पर। तो अचानक वो मुझसे मिले, उन्हें लगा कि मैं कुछ आप परिचित दिखाई देते हैं। उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि आप कहाँ से रहने वाले हैं? मैंने बताया कि मैं उत्तर प्रदेश का हूँ, सूर्य प्रताप शाही हूँ। तो उन्होंने पूछा आप ही प्रदेश अध्यक्ष हैं वहाँ के? फिर उन्होंने मुझे जो अपनापन दिया, मैं अभी तक उसको भूल नहीं पाया। अभी भी जब मुझे आना था तो मैंने अमित सिंह को 2-3 दिन पहले फ़ोन किया कि मैं आने वाला हूँ बेंगलोर, सभी राज्यों के कृषि मंत्रियों की यहाँ पर 1-2 दिवसीय बैठक है। तो उन्होंने कहा ये 13 को आप आ जाते, 14-15 को कल और परसों बैठक है हमारी। तो उन्होंने कहा 13 को आ जाते तो हमारे गुरु पूर्णिमा के कार्यक्रम में आचार्य वराहमिहिर के नाम पर एक और यहाँ पर शोध केंद्र स्थापित हो रहा है, तो उस अवसर पर आप आ जाते तो हमें और प्रसन्नता होती। मैंने कहा कि मैं जरूर प्रयास करूंगा। कल मैं मुरादाबाद मंडल के दौरे पर था और सीधे सुबह मैंने की फ्लाइट पकड़ करके और मैं सोचा कि आपके इस प्रांगण में आऊं, जहाँ से मैंने बात अभी शुरू किया था कि आज हमारे देश के आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव संपन्न हो रहा है और आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने गौरवशाली इतिहास, परंपरा, सनातन धर्म और जो हमारा अपने राष्ट्र को परम वैभव के शिखर पर पहुंचाते हुए कैसे हम विश्व गुरु के रूप में उसको स्थापित कर सकें, समाज जीवन के सभी क्षेत्रों के भीतर हम अग्रणी भूमिका के भीतर जाएं, और उसमें आपने 7 दिन के लिए जो यह कार्यक्रम आयोजित किया है वह उस कड़ी का एक बहुत बड़ा सफलता का कारक बनेगा, ऐसा मैं समझता हूं। जब मैं उस बार आया था जिसकी चर्चा मैं कर रहा था, तो मुझे अमित सिंह जी ने ये बताया कि यह जो भवन बना हुआ है इसमें कुछ साल पहले आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी आए थे जब वो गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री थे। संभवतः उस समय भी वो गुजरात के ही मुख्यमंत्री थे जब मैं पहली बार यहाँ पर आया था। तो उन्होंने यहाँ पर एक कंट्रीब्यूशन देकर के वो आए और यहाँ पर योग का अभ्यास किया और अपने राज्य से कंट्रीब्यूशन देकर के उस भवन के भीतर एक कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया, जिसके भीतर आज एक कोई डिपार्टमेंट या पुस्तकालय का जो भवन है या प्रशासनिक भवन है उसका एक हिस्सा है। तो मुझे खुशी है कि प्रोफेसर नागेंद्र जी की प्रेरणा से प्रधानमंत्री जी ने योग के दृष्टि से जो अंतरराष्ट्रीय महत्व भारत को दिलवाया है और आज 21 जून जो है योग के लिए पूरे विश्व भर में इस वर्ष, तो जिस तरीके से सूर्य का चक्र चलता है 24 घंटे के भीतर, सभी देशों ने इस बात का निर्णय किया था कि इस साल उसी के अनुसार, सूर्योदय के अनुसार अपने अपने देश के भीतर हम योग का कार्यक्रम चलाएंगे। और एक तरीके से इस साल का जो हमारा 21 जून रहा है वह पूरे विश्व भर के, मुझे लगता है कि 186 देशों के भीतर और 24 घंटे की परिक्रमा करता रहा है। जैसे हमारी पृथ्वी परिक्रमा करती है उस तरीके से इस योग ने परिक्रमा किया है। हम अपने उस गौरवशाली इतिहास की ओर जा रहे हैं। उसमें इस संस्थान की जो भूमिका है, यह संस्थान गुरु के रूप में योग के क्षेत्र के भीतर और आयुर्वेद में जो है आज भारत ही नहीं दुनिया के भीतर जो है वो गुरु के महत्व को स्थापित किया है। मैं आप सबका हृदय से अभिनंदन करते हुए मैं अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूं। मैं आपके सामने इस क्षेत्र का विद्यार्थी ही हूं, राजनीति मेरा क्षेत्र है, और एक अंतिम निवेदन अपनी बात को समाप्त करने के पहले करना चाहता हूं कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपनी जो प्राचीन खेती रही है उसकी ओर लौटने के लिए उन्होंने अनुरोध किया है। हम प्राकृतिक खेती की, भारतीय प्राकृतिक कृषि पद्धति की ओर चलें। उत्तर प्रदेश ने सरकार ने उस दृष्टि से इस बात का प्रयास किया है कि हम बुंदेलखंड के सभी 7 जनपदों के 47 विकास खंडों के भीतर हम गो आधारित प्राकृतिक खेती को प्रारंभ कर रहे हैं। गत वर्ष जब 2020 में कोरोना के थोड़ा सा पहले हम लोगों ने एक कार्यक्रम बनाया था कि नमामि गंगे कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत गंगा जी के दोनों ही किनारों पर हम 5-5 किलोमीटर तक जो है वो प्राकृतिक खेती को हम करेंगे, जिससे कि गंगा माँ के भीतर जो हमारा प्रदूषण हो रहा है, खास तौर पर केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर के प्रयोग से या पेस्टिसाइड इंसेक्टिसाइड के प्रयोग से, यह भी एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या है कि हम कैसे अपने मिट्टी के स्वास्थ्य को बना करके रखें और जल और को संरक्षित करें, और साथ साथ में वायु प्रदूषण को नियंत्रित करते हुए हम कैसे काम को अपने जीवन को आगे की ओर बढ़ा सकें। एक बहुत बड़ा चुनौती आज मैं ये देख रहा हूँ कि बढ़ता हुआ ये जलवायु परिवर्तन और बढ़ता हुआ तापमान, मुझे आज बेंगलोर में भी उसका प्रभाव दिखाई दे रहा है, और उत्तर प्रदेश तो इस वर्ष मुझे ऐसा लगता है हम इस बात के लिए चिंतित हैं कि कहीं हमको सूखे का सामना न करना पड़े। यह एक गंभीर चिंता का विषय है, और उस परिस्थितियों में प्रधानमंत्री जी पूरे ने देश से अपील किया है कि हम सभी प्राकृतिक खेती की ओर एक बार अभ्यास को शुरू करें। उसमें अपना यह विश्वविद्यालय भी एक अहम भूमिका अदा करेगा, ऐसी कामना करते हुए मैं अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूं। मेरे जैसे एक विद्यार्थी को आपने अवसर दिया यहाँ पर मंच पर बैठ करके, जो आपने सम्मान मुझे प्रदान किया है, उसके लिए मैं पुनः आपके प्रति आभार प्रकट करता हूँ, धन्यवाद देता हूँ, स्वामी जी के चरणों में प्रणाम करता हूँ।
Dhanyavad Mahashay. Today, on this auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, we have with us His Holiness Jagadguru Sri 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 Jayendra Puri Mahaswami Ji, the Pada Sevaka Pithadipati of Sri Kailasha Ashram Mahasamsthan, Raja Rajeshwari Nagar, Bangalore. I humbly request Swami Ji to bless us.
श्रीकैलासमठाधीशं तिरुचिस्वामियतीश्वरं भावातीतं भवहरं वन्देऽहं परमं गुरुं साधुप्रियं कृपाब्धिं च शान्तमूर्तिं तपोनिधिं शिष्यप्रशिष्यरूपेण बोधकं गुरुमाश्रये। अम्बा शाम्भवी चन्द्रमौलिरबला अपर्णा उमा पार्वती काली हैमवती शिवा त्रिनयनी कात्यायनी भैरवी सावित्री नवयौवना शुभकरी साम्राज्यलक्ष्मी प्रदा चिद्रूपा परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे. Most Honorable Chancellor of this esteemed institution, S-VYASA, University, Deemed University, Sri H.R. Nagendra Guruji, Honorable Minister, Chief Cabinet Minister of Agriculture, Sri Surya Pratap Shahi Ji, Honorable Sri D.R. Karthikeyan Ji, Honorable Sri S.A. Chandran, Honorable Chancellor, Vice Chancellor Dr. B.R. Ramakrishna, Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. N.K. Manjunath, Dr. M.K. Sridhar, Sri Panda Ji, and we have Ram Kumar Rathi Ji, all the esteemed guests present here, Mahaswami Ji is present here, all students. Sri Nagendra was very kind enough to mention only that I have changed my routine of not going out on the Guru Purnima day and coming here, but he did not express his magnanimity at all. This program was fixed for 11 o'clock today morning. When he asked that Swamiji to come, then I said, I will not be able to come at 11 o'clock. Then he postponed the program itself to 3 o'clock. So that is his magnanimity. It is the magnanimity of Guruji Sri Nagendra that we are all seated here today to discuss about such a wonderful topic. Such a great activity has been taken up today by Professor Nagendra Ji, Chancellor of this university. What is that great activity? Yesterday there was an occasion for me to speak at the Chandi Homa. Chandi Homa के समय में मुझे बात करने का मौका मिला, तो मैं बोल रहा था कि आप ये जो यज्ञ देख रहे हैं, जो यज्ञ चंडी होमा नाम का यज्ञ, शतचंडी होमा नाम का यज्ञ आप देख रहे हैं, आपके सामने जो हो रहा है, इस यज्ञ जो यह यज्ञ कब प्रारंभ हुआ, मैं एक प्रश्न कर रहा हूं. When did this homa start? For every building and every institution we have date of establishment, ESTD लगा देते हैं हम. ESTD, this is the day of establishment, we write it. But can anybody present here, I'm telling you, anywhere in the world, tell me exactly when the first homa was done? For that we have Praman and the Bhagavad Gita. In the 4th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Sahayajñah prajasrishtva purovacha prajapati anena prasavishyadvam eshavostvishta kamadhuk devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayanta shreya paramavapsyatha ishtan bhogan hivo deva dasyante yajña bhavita tair dattan apradaye yo bhunkte stena evasa. You take these lines, I'm telling you, these lines, we can work on these lines, it's only these verses for full lifetime. What is the meaning of this verse? The first yajna came, the first yajna was held organized by Srishtikarta Brahma. And when I say Srishtikarta Brahma, maybe about 3,000 years ago, Brahma was there. About 4,000 years ago, BC or AD. Just to understand, when we do the sankalpa, when we go to the temple and do the sankalpa for anything, for any of our wishes to be fulfilled, all our people present here, what do you say? गोत्र हेळ्री, अरे गोत्र बताओ, अपना गोत्र बताओ. तो पंडित जी आएंगे. ममोपात समस्त दुरित क्षय द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थम शुभाभ्याम शुभे दिने शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः. From there starts the introduction to the time. Adya Brahmana Dvitiya Parardhe. Adya Brahmana Dvitiya Parardhe. I was explaining about the word Parardha. Please listen to this word. What a wonderful knowledge is our knowledge. The word Parardha. Please tell me here, without any hard feelings, do you know the meaning of Parardha? I will explain to you. The word Parardha is an indication of time. You take all the time indicating words in this sankalpa. Dvitiya Parardhe, Shveta Varaha Kalpe, Vaivasvata Manvantare, Ashtavimshaditame Kaliyuge Prathame Pade. Up to that Prathama Pada, all these words, expressions are indicating time. What a wonderful occasion when we are going to inaugurate or launch the Varahamihira Vedic research. This is the time for us to understand what sankalpa we are doing. Adya Brahmana, the word Brahmana means here it is not Parabrahma, it is Brahma, Srishtikarta Brahma. So now which Brahma and what time are we in? I'll just try to explain to you in my words what we have authentically, I will tell. When you say Adya Brahmana, Adya means today. All of you please note what sankalpa you are doing in the temples. Adya andere ivattu. Adya andre ivattu, today. Brahmana, Brahmana, Kannadadalli Brahmana, in Hindi Brahmaka, Dvitiya Parardhe, in the lifespan of Brahma, two Parardhas are there. In the second Parardha we are there. What is one Parardha? All of us इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल को होते हैं, अंग्रेजी के माध्यम में पढ़ते हैं. तो कैसे पढ़ते हैं, नंबर कैसे पढ़ते हैं? यूनिट्स, टेंस, हंड्रेड्स, थाउजेंड, 10,000, लाख, 10 lakhs वी स्टडी. यूनिट्स को क्या बोलते हैं संस्कृत में? यूनिट्स को क्या बोलते हैं? एकम. एकम माने यूनिट, एकम. टेंस को क्या बोलते हैं? दश. हंड्रेड्स को क्या बोलते हैं? शतम. हजार को क्या बोलते हैं? सहस्रम. लाख को क्या बोलते हैं? लक्ष. 10 लाख को क्या बोलते हैं? 10 लाख ही बोलते हैं. यहां पर क्या बोलते हैं? लक्षम अयुतम. एकम दशशतम चैव सहस्रम. 10,000 को अयुतम बोलते हैं, लाख को लक्षम बोलते हैं, 10 लाख को नियुतम बोलते हैं. एकम दशशतम चैव सहस्रम अयुतम तथा लक्षंच नियुतम चैव कोटिरर्बुदमेव च. Kotirarbudameva cha. Please understand, I am talking about the shloka chanted by a Veda Pathashala student in our Prachina Bharat. प्राचीन भारत में वेद पाठशाला में पढ़ने वाले बच्चे क्या चैंट करते थे? एक ही श्लोक में वो बच्चा जानता था, एक के बगल में केवल 17 शून्य को डालने का नंबर जानता था. अब आप सोच के देखो, अंग्रेजी में बोलते हैं तो कहां तक बोलेंगे? लाख बोलेंगे 5 शून्य, 10 लाख 10 lakhs इज 6 शून्य, 100 lakhs इज 1 crore 7 शून्य, 10 crores के लिए 8 शून्य, 100 करोड़ के लिए 9 शून्य, 1000 करोड़ के लिए 10 शून्य, लाख करोड़ के लिए 11 शून्य, 10 लाख करोड़ के लिए 12 शून्य, करोड़ करोड़ के लिए 13 शून्य, 10 करोड़ करोड़ के लिए 14 शून्य, 100 करोड़ करोड़ के लिए 15 शून्य, 1000 करोड़ के लिए 16 शून्य, 10,000 करोड़ के लिए 17 शून्य। सो हमारे बच्चे 17 शून्य का जानते थे, संख्या जानते थे एक ही श्लोक में। एकम दशशतं चैव सहस्रम अयुतं तथा लक्षं च न्यूतं चैव कोटिरर्बुदमेव च वृन्दः खर्वो निखर्वश्च शंख पद्मश्च सागरः अन्त्यं मध्यं परार्धं च दशवृद्ध्या यथाक्रमम्। अंत्यम मध्यम parardham cha. So parardha means, dvitiya parardhe means, when you do the sankalpa, it means 1 followed by 17 zeros of human years. 10 to the power of 16. 10 to the power of 16 in this, he has given us the language of mathematics. Dr. Sridhar has given the language of 10 to the power of 16. That many human years is 1 parardha. So the lifespan of Brahma is 2 parardhas. That 1 parardha is over, now we are in the 2nd parardha. So dvitiya parardhe. Then comes another word, Shveta Varaha Kalpe. So there is one more time unit called as Kalpa. So parardha, Kalpa. What is Kalpa? The word Kalpa means 1 day of Brahma. 1 day of Brahma is how much, you know? We are in the Kali Yuga now, because we say Kali Yuga, no? We are in the Kali Yuga. What is the span of Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga की लंबाई कितनी है? केवल 4,32,000 बरस. 4,32,000 years is the length of Kali Yuga. And in that Prathame Pade, and it is said 28th Kali Yuga. How come 28th Kali Yuga? What is the logic of 20? Ashtavinshatitame Kali Yuge. We have got Vaivasvata Manvantaraha. Vivaswan is the name of one Manu, the ruler of this particular period. It's called Manu. If you see the 4th chapter, Krishna will say, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivaswan Manave Praha. Vivaswan Manave Praha Manurikshvakave Abravit. Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajashayo Viduhu. So Vivaswan is the name of the Manu. Vaivasvata Manvantare. It's one Manvantara is equal to 14 Chaturyugas. The length of one Manvantara is 14 Chaturyugas. And one Chaturyuga is equal to 1 Kali Yuga plus 1 Dwapara Yuga plus 1 Treta Yuga plus 1 Satya Yuga. So 4,32,000 plus 8,64 plus 12,96 plus 17,28,000. 43,20,000 years is one Chaturyuga. 43,20,20,000. 43,20,000 बरस है एक चतुर्युग. ऐसे 14 चतुर्युग के अधिपति हैं वैवस्वत मनु. 14 chaturyugas is the rule period of one Manu. That way we have how many Manu? 14 Manus. 71 chaturyugas. Not 71 chaturyugas is the rule period of one Manu. So 71 into 14, you will get 998. 994 years. So 994 chaturyugas. 1000 chaturyugas is half a day of Brahma. 1000 chaturyugas is half a day of Brahma. And then double that you get 1 full day of Brahma. So that 1 full day of Brahma is called 1 kalpa. That is Shveta Varaha Kalpa. The name of the kalpa is Shveta Varaha Kalpa. Coincidentally, Varahamihira, the word Varaha comes from Varaha only. Shveta Varaha Kalpe. So now, this is just an indication. But whether I speak about Kali Yuga or not, the time is moving. 1641 is already there. And I have to be there for the Guru Purnima celebrations in the evening. So what I just wanted to indicate here, again, congratulations to H.R. Nagendra ji, who has taken up such a wonderful, excellent work of doing a research of something which was never researched like this in the manner he is doing it. The research has to be authenticated. We have to use the modern technology to show what is what. So one more small indication I will give and then I'll pause here. While coming on the way, I was just talking to our Srinivas Murthy and Sri Acharya ji. We have our Sri K.M. Srinivas Murthy ji. We have our Sri Haigrave Acharya. Both are trustees of our... Please stand. Please stand. I was just talking to both of these people. They are also stalwarts in fostering such wonderful activities. All the Mahaswamijis who are seated there, they are all from our institution, Kailas Ashrama. They are from the Shishya Parampara. While coming, we were just talking to Srinivas Murthyji about the method of working of a medication, how a medication works, how medicine works actually, from which part it starts working. So our most of the Ayurvedic medicines are either oral or application, but in the allopathic medication we have intravenous and so many other things. That is what you call as a surgical, so many care. But this is only because they were written, and we know about this because they were written and recorded. What happened was our texts were always in Sanskrit. So Sanskrit language was not handed over in the manner this English language was forced upon us. Sanskrit language was not handed over like that. So now it's a high time that we learn Sanskrit, not for the sake of saying that I know Sanskrit, but for the sake of saying that I can understand Varahamihira's texts. I can understand Sushruta. I can understand all other texts. For that purpose, we have to study Sanskrit now. So Sanskrit बोलने की आवश्यकता थोड़ी ही है. संस्कृत के ग्रंथों को पढ़ना और समझने की आवश्यकता है. तो समझने पर क्या होगा, तो वो हो सकता है, तभी हो सकता है जब वो सिस्टमैटिक ढंग से किया जा रहा है. वो है, वही कर रहे हैं हमारे एच.आर. नागेंद्र जी. Therefore, I congratulate everybody who is involved in this magnanimous, this onerous project of yours, and Sri Kailas Ashram Mahasamsthana and our new institution, Sri Shivaratnapuri Temple of Health, Tri-Pyramidal Complex, which you all should visit. We are ready to be with you in all your activities, Nagendra ji. And we have one more very happy, that's our Dr. Karthikeyan ji, who has been with us since nearly 30 years, more than 30 years with Mahaswamiji. He is always there present with us to share his global knowledge, relevance of all these things. Recently, he has introduced us to nano turmeric, curcumin. Curcumin is the curcumin is the ingredient which is taken out from the turmeric. So he has given us, and we have already bought many, but I have given it to several people to take only just about 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams every day, just mix it in water and take it. Capsule, it has come in the form of a capsule also. So put it and take it in the morning, because it is an antibiotic, it is an anti-inflammatory, it's an anti-infect, all qualities are there in turmeric. So this is high time that we present our Vedic knowledge in the most modern perspective. That is what Sri Nagendra is doing. I pray to the Bhagavati Rajarajeshwari that this project, what you have taken up, goes to every nook and corner, and with such wonderful patronage by our Sri Shahi ji, jo hamare Mantri ji, and our Prime Minister naturally, who is doing a great work. Just like International Yoga Day, I don't see the day far off. International Yaga Day also, it's not very far. So from yoga and yaga, let us come back to once again to Bharatiya Samskriti and see the glory of this Samskriti contributing to everybody. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Swamiji, for blessing us all with your presence today.
Swamiji, please be seated. Swamiji is leaving because we offer our... We are ever beholden to Swamiji, Sri Jagadguru Sri Jayendra Saraswati Puri Swamiji, Padasevi Pitadipati, Kailas Ashram Mahamandal, for his kind blessings. We offer our grateful thanks to him. Please be seated. Audience, please be seated. Another 5-10 minutes, please. Now I request Sri Dr. Dr. Karthikeyan ji, the former Director General, CBI, former Director General, National Human Rights Commission, to give his address.
Namaskara, namaste to all of you. After the brilliant exposition of Swamiji and the great scholars
and I have very little to share. Anyway, it's not a subject of my familiarity, so I've taken some trouble to study. It's an opportunity, thanks to Dr. Nagendra, giving an opportunity to go through this very, very fascinating subject. See, wow, Swamiji has explained the importance. Earlier morning also I told you how when 10 years back, when Sri Ravi Shankarji Guruji invited me to be guest of honor at the first convocation of Veda Parshala of Art of Living, and the discourse, the convocation address was given by the great Swami Dayananda Saraswati. I was asked to be guest of honor, and Sri Ravi Shankarji was presiding over it. I refused. I said, no, I have no right to be there. What do I know? But then Gurudev insisted I should be there. I went. I studied something to share. I went to the Constituent Assembly papers where Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, supposed to be an atheist, he said during the discussions in the Constituent Assembly convocation, he said that, I remember those words, he said, if I am asked, what is the greatest treasure that India possesses? And what is her finest heritage? I would answer unhesitatingly, I'm quoting Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, that it is the Sanskrit language and the literature and all that it contains. This is given by Jawaharlal Nehru, Pandit Prime Minister. I'm talking about it when the UPA government was there, sir. I'm talking about the minister. Not today, of course, everybody will say when Modi ji is the Prime Minister. At that time, UPA government was there. So I asked about, they are very close to me, They are great masters, but personally they are very close to me. They love me, both Dayananda Saraswati ji and Guruji, Ravi Shankarji. I know them for a long time. I said, why are you hesitant? But also I say, this is a magnificent heritage. I'm telling you about what Nehru. I can give you a copy, Nagendraji. I will send it to you. Write to the present government also. They say this is a magnificent heritage and our culture. So it will continue to influence our life. If India neglects Sanskrit and the Vedas, it will cease to be India. I'm talking about Nehru, who's considered. So I asked them like this only. I talked to them like this. I said, why are you hesitant to demand what is required by the nation, by the government, both for promoting Sanskrit and Vedas? What is the hesitation? If a man like Nehru himself could say that. If today Modi ji says, they will say, well, he is that and that. At that time itself, I said, then both of them said, where is it given? I gave you a copy, only one copy I had to Swami Dayananda Saraswati. And then later on, next day, when I went back to Delhi, Art of Living, Guruji's, somebody said, I think, they asked me, sir, where is it? We want to know it. I took out the extract of the Constituent Assembly, sent it to them. I said, it's a pride of India. And a man like Nehru can say that. Why are you shying of demanding what is due, overdue, to promote the language and the culture and the traditions and Vedas and all that? Well, something is being done now today. I know very well. So this is what I would have said that, about Guru Purnima, we have said already, spoken to him, I would have said, model of a Guru-Sisha relationship. I could think of course, Swami Vivekananda and Paramahamsa, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Also, I know personally, Donald Walters, an American disciple, became Swami Kriyananda, disciple of Paramahamsa Yogananda, whom I know very well, very close to me. He is after in Samadhi now. He never mentioned a word without mentioning the Guru. And another thing, of course, Swami has left now. Here again, I said, for Guru Bhakti, he is a model. Swami, he has just left now. He says, Father, I'm at the feet of the Master. I mean, I don't say you have to be defeated, but I'm telling you the Guru Bhakti, which is disappearing today, this is happening much worse in classrooms and all that. People don't respect. They give you knowledge. Out of that only your wisdom comes also. I'm happy to see this morning all the chancellors, vice chancellors, everybody paying tribute to their master, Of course, you have done a great service. It was in the year 2002. Nagendraji was also there in Lisbon, invited by Jagadguru Amrita Suryananda. I'm telling the Honorable Minister, he is a Portuguese yoga master. He invited us to celebrate International Yoga Day, June 21st, 2002. 2002, Lisbon, Portugal. First celebration of International Yoga. So he said, this deserves. We have gone there. He was also there. Number of times we have gone there. He said, this belongs to the whole world. This has to be respected, applauded. He called many people and all that. Nothing happened. Few years later, again, we had a big conference in Art of Living. And Guruji, Ravi Shankarji's ashram. I was also there. Dr. B.K. Sayangar, great yoga master, was there. Baba Ramdev was there. Nagendraji was there. We were all there. Again, we passed a big resolution. I took it to the United Nations, gave it to the. Please declare 21st June as International Yoga Day. Nothing happened. But when a real yogi, yoga bhakta, practitioner of yoga, Narendra Modi ji goes and addresses the General Assembly, everybody listens. That is the power of his intention. That the power of the intention of the man. He never hesitated to speak what he felt, and the whole world followed, very well. Of course, now our Nagendraji had played a very important role in promoting it all over and all that. Now I'm not going to only, I thought was on the power of, unfortunately, all the students. I don't know, I was just telling Dr. Subramaniam, Chancellor, sir, Vice Chancellor, sir, you should give a direction to all the students and faculty to be present at such functions. So you don't have such function every day. You should give it a direction to the all faculty and all the others to be present. I'm sorry to openly say that because what we discussed, this is meant to actually more for the students. It was data I kept here. Yes, it was. I admit the date is not exactly 1 month before Modi ji became Prime Minister of India. 6 weeks before, I met him in Gandhinagar. I'm the chairman of the Gujarat State Advisory Council on Emergency Medicine. That's a favorite subject of Chief Minister Narendra Modi and continues to be so. That is where you give your ring to 108. Then 5 to 10 minutes, our people will go and reach. Sir, in UP, you have got 4,000 ambulances running now. It was introduced by that lady. Again, the Chief Minister continues to be so. Our efficient service, we are running 15,000 ambulances today, covering 80% of India, 108, within 5 to 10 minutes. If it is city outside, maybe, they go and save the lives. Every day we save 1,000 lives a day. 150 children are born in the moving vehicles. Favorite of Chief Minister Narendra Modi ji at that time. He's very fond of that. That connection, I used to meet him very often. A month before he became PM, I happened to be there. He was busy. Still, he said he wanted to see. 10 minutes meeting went on for more than 75 minutes. It's all on record. So we discussed about so many things. I asked him one question. Well, that's what I wanted there. Please convey this to your students again. I asked him a question. 75 minutes we discussed so many things about his challenges and all these things. Heart to heart, he discussed with me. I don't know why he wanted to convince me. That's not relevant. I said, sir, Chief Minister's job is a full-time job. You are a man of perfection. Even then, you knew him as a Chief Minister. You want everything to be done perfectly. And you have taken up the challenging position as a candidate of the opposition party, BJP, for Prime Ministership. You have to travel all over this country. This is not a country, it's a continent. Even if you travel continuously, you can't cover the whole country. And you continue to be Chief Minister. Sir, where will you find the time and energy to do both? He said, Karthikeyanji, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 90 minutes of yoga, pranayama, meditation. This I have said before he became, I wrote about it. Even now I tell them, because I go to convocations and management schools, oh, sir, where is the time for yoga? Where is the time for meditation? We work. I said, are you busier than Narendra Modi ji? And he does it even today, I know very well. From where does he get the energy, enormous energy? Not only physical energy, moral courage to face all these things. He told me I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 90 minutes of yoga, pranama, meditation. Without that, I don't start the day. I mean, of course, you know, Nagendraji, this organization, we had the privilege of having a great personality, Modi ji learning yoga here. I know that, isn't it so? He had come at some stage, he has come Yogasana, he heard that. I think within a few days he became Chief Minister of Gujarat. All that, I heard more that. But he said, I don't know what fatigue is. You come at 10 o'clock in the night, I'm here, or I'm in the home office, or I'm traveling. So I keep telling all these people, I want to tell all these students, they are very fortunate. Their parents, they must thank their parents for putting them here, to choosing yoga as a subject and all that. The same thing I told those Archakas attending the convocation of the Art of Living. They said, no, our children want to go for IT. They don't want to be doing Archakas. I said, what privilege, what treasure of knowledge you are giving them. They are respected. They are not only, wherever I go into all over the world, these people who have learned all these things, all this how to do puja, archakas, Vedas, they are most respected by the society. Isn't it so? So I want now, only one thing I want to say about this application of, otherwise I have quite a lot to share. I don't want to do it now. So, well, Vedas are regarded as the oldest literature of the world, sources of the philosophy of life in ancient India. Its study enables us to get in-depth knowledge not only in the philosophy of life, but also help us to understand the whole fabric of the culture of ancient systems. Modern science approached knowledge, starting with the surface and attempted to fathom the depth. Vedic knowledge started with the depth of the seed. See, that is the greatness. Atharva Veda, known as the Veda of magical formulas, have made mathematics simpler. The binary system used in all modern computers and computer-based devices originated in the Atharva Veda. The concept of atoms, molecules, and substances can be traced back to Vedic age. The concept of astronomy, metaphysics, and spirituality described in the Rig Veda. The Vedic sciences include Jyotish, Vedic astrology, science of time, Ayurveda, the science of healing, Tantra, the knowledge of universal patterns of energies underlying visible and invisible worlds, includes science of mantras, yantra, and sacred myths, Vastu Shastra, science of space and placement. Vedic knowledge systems provide us the inner knowledge of the subtle energies of life, mind and intelligence that permeates the universe, and allow us to link up with these in our daily lives. The Atharva Veda, deemed to be an encyclopedia for medicine, Ayurveda, science of life, considered as Upaveda of the Atharva Veda. So the aims and ideals of Vedic education, I'm coming to the concluding part. The aims and ideals of Vedic education were to promote simultaneous and harmonious development. Men are social beings. Vedic education not only emphasized social duties, but also promoted social happiness. However, in the present day society, education has been linked with employment and knowledge, certainly not wisdom. So yoga is the first mentioned in the Rig Veda and is referred to in a number of the Upanishads. Now, ladies and gentlemen, not totally unconnected with this, what is happening? The world is so full of stress. Mere wealth, power, or technology, or convenient comforts have not brought in happiness and peace of mind. We have seen our grandparents were, or even our parents didn't have to enjoy this, so many facilities, but they had a happier life. Today, you see tension everywhere. Young boy says, I am full of tension. School-going children say, we are stressful. And Psychiatrists tell me, my friends tell me, young children are being brought to them for treatment. So where are we going? What type of education we are giving? What type of development is happening place? So unless you are able to tell them, people, how to find peace within yourself, health of the body, mind and spirit, harmony between the body, mind and soul, how to maintain good relations with each other in the family, outside, environment. We have destroyed environment. I wrote a year back, one of my newsletters, I said, Mother Earth, planet Earth is our only home. Let us save it. Because Mother Earth is crying for relief. You know, the glaciers are melting so fast. Seawater is rising. In one of the serious discussions, I told them, I said, I know it's unpopular, I said, please don't invest huge investments in coastal cities because the seawater is rising. Whatever has happened, we cannot reverse it now. I said they are going to be flooded in 30, 40 years' time. Don't make. But unfortunately, power rise is always in major cities now and all that. So it's a reality to for all that the technology is ultimately yoga and meditation, because governments can do up to a point. We have known all our courts, laws, and police, jails have failed. More and more crime, more and more stress, and all that. So unless you bring in world peace, national peace, societal peace, it has to start within, with the individual. Here, yoga and technology, Vedas teaches that secret technology of how to gain peace within ourselves. Then it goes to the family. That's where it can. So I compliment you, Dr. Nagan Raji, and all of you for doing this fundamental research. And you are quietly doing what you are doing, it's spreading. The world is realizing, though not very late, it's late. It's late already, because I don't know how we are going to save humanity. Our generation will go. If we are doing, I keep telling our grandchildren are going to not be grateful to us. They will blame us as the most selfish generation, overexploited everything. All our previous generations lived well, they gave us. But in the last 100 years, we have done so much damage. To reverse the process, you have got this technology, yoga, meditation, and Vedic knowledge teachers. Thank you, Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr. Kartigan sir, for your kind words. Now I request Professor M. K. Sridhar, Registrar, S-VYASA University, to extend a hearty vote of thanks.
Namasabhabhya Sabhapatibhyascha. On behalf of S-VYASA, deemed to be university, we offer our grateful thanks to Honorable Shri Surya Pratap Shahi Ji, the Honorable Minister, Cabinet Minister of Agriculture, Agriculture Education and Agricultural Research, Government of Uttar Pradesh, for his excellent, insightful speech, even amidst busy schedules. I request our Honorable Chancellor and Vice Chancellor to felicitate the Honorable Minister. I offer grateful thanks to Dr. D.R. Karthikeyanji, the former Director General, CBI, and the former Director General of the National Human Rights Commission, for giving an enlightening speech about the importance of Vedic technology and how it should be made relevant. Our immense thanks are due to Ram Kumar Rathi ji, who has come all the way from Mumbai for this program and who is our munificent donor and has helped Vyasa any number of times. Thank you, Dr. Rajkumar Rathi ji. We thank Professor R.C. Pandaji for his wonderful speech about the Guru Parampara and Guru Purnima and the importance of Vyasa Purnima on this occasion. We thank Professor Subramaniam ji, who has been the guiding spirit for all our activities, a great orator par excellence. Thank you, Professor Subramaniam ji. We immensely thank our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. H.R. Nagendra ji, who has launched this, one of the greatest program in the 21st century of combining the best of the East and the best of the West for modern relevance, especially the Vedic technology research with the modern astronomy, astrology, and many more, for his excellent guidance. Special thanks to our due to Dr. Ramakrishna B.R., our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Manjunath K., Pro Vice Chancellor, our Finance Director, Dayanand Swamiji, our Medical Director, Dr. Nagaratna Didi, and I thank Sri Uma Maheshwara, Sri Krishnamurti, Administrative Officer, the Secretariat staff of our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and that of the Registrar for making this program an overwhelming success. I thank all the invitees, especially who have come from Prasanna Viranjanaya Yoga Kendra from Mahalakshmipuram, who broke the Limca Book of Records, the Guinness Book of World Records, for doing non-stop Surya Namaskar in one day, 11 hours, non-stop with 108 students, people. Thanks to Suma and Nagesh. I thank all the invitees, the senior officers of the university, Dean to be University, the deans of all divisions, friends from the electronic and the print media, the non-teaching and the supporting staff, and the volunteers, as well as to our events manager, Mr. Narendra Shetty and his team, and all the persons who are associated, especially the audiovisual team who have helped us, and all the team members, the faculty who have helped us indirectly and indirectly for making this program a grand success. And our special thanks to Ms. Karishma Saikia for her excellent comparing. And we end up with the Shanti Mantra.
Please stand up.
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Thank you all.